morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank you all for giving me these opportunities to introduce myself. I am Yvonne Villacampa Carulasan. I am 22 years old. I am the youngest daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Romeo Carulasan. I am currently studying a Bachelor of Secondary Education at Norso Mabinay campus. I am a hard-working, self-motivating, and I am also have a good communication and a strong communication at all. My short-term goal is to finish studies so that I can help my parents. My hobbies are eating and singing. And lastly, I am a quick learner and believe in learning from my past mistakes and experiences. That would be all. Thank you. And now, I am going to discuss about the basic curriculum in the Philippines, grade 7 to grade 12. Secondary education in the Philippines is also known as high school, and it consists of two levels. We have the lower secondary education, which is a senior high school, grade 7 to grade 10. And we have also the upper secondary education, a senior high school, that is a grade 11 to 12. Secondary school. A secondary school in the Philippines, more than commonly known as high school. In Filipino, tinatawag itong paaralang sekundarya. Sometimes, mataas na paaralan. Consists of four largely based of America's schooling system as it was until the advent of the comprehensive high school in the U.S. in the middle, at least the last century. The Philippine high school system has not moved much from where it's or when the Philippines achieved the independence from the U.S. and the consistent of only 4 levels with each partially compactized by focusing a particular theme or content. So we have 2 years that would be called a senior high school. A secondary education or a secondary known as a secundaria comprises again of 4 levels that have changed a little since Secondary World War. The curriculum is prescriptive both private and state schools. We have the core subject that has follows. In the first year, we have the Filipino 1, Algebra, Integrated Science, English 1, Philippine History. Year 2, Filipino 2, Algebra 2, Biology, English 2, ASEAN or Asian History. Year 3, a Filipino 3, Geometry, Chemistry, and World History. We have also the Geography. In the year 4 or 4 year, we have the Filipino 4, Calculus. We have the Physics, Literature, Economic, minor optional subject including health, music, arts, physical education. We have the technology selected by the schools presented additional subjects. So the total of secondary schools exceeded a 5.5 million. Basic education curriculum provide the knowledge and develop the skills. The skills, the attitude, the values and for personal development, a productive life, and constructive engagement with changing social milieu. Second, provide learning experiences that have increased the child's awareness of the responsiveness to just demand of society. Greater focus on values formation in all areas or all subject areas in secondary, we have English, mathematics, science, and technology. English, technology, and livelihood. We have the education, the music, arts, physical education, and health, CAT. In the Filipino, we have the edukasyon sa pagpapahalaga or values education, in Araling Panlipunan, and Filipino. The ideal Filipino learners and empowered learners who are competent in learning and how to learn and have a life skills so that they become self-developed person who are Makabayan or patriotic, makatao, mindful of humanity, makakalikasan, respect of nature, and makadiyos, godly. Functional literacy is an essential ability of lifelong learning in our diametrically changing world. The idea of teacher or the curriculum is not the authoritarian introduction, but the trustworthy facilitator or manager of the learning process. The ideal of a teacher learning process is interactive. Importance of education in a curriculum in the Philippines is the aim of a basic education is to teach skills and knowledge that are important in life and not only to secure the foundation of an equal education. These guidelines cover the salient features of the basic educational curriculum. First, we have the subject nomenclature or description and sequencing. We have the second one, the nomenclature and the sequence of the areas in Form 137 and Form 138. Number 3, we have the time allotment. Number 4, we have the class program. Number 5, we have the curriculum enrichment and realization and contextualization. Number 6, we have the medium of instruction. 7, we have the grading system and reporting of the students' performance. Number 8, we have the promotion and retention. We have the 5 areas described as follows. First, we have the Filipino. Second, we have the English. Third, we have the math. Fourth, we have the science. And lastly, we have the Makabayan. So first, we have the Filipino. The Filipino program is integrated and interdisciplinary vocabulary, topics that context and the development of academic language proficiency through the use of journalistic literacy, politico-economic, referentials, and procedural text in Filipino. The second one is English. This addresses to the communicative needs, interpersonal or informative and aesthetic. By the students adopting the communicative and interactive, collaborative approach to learning as well, the reflection of introspectus, we are aiming in or viewing the development of autonomous language learner to be aware and able to cope the global threats. Number 3, we have the mathematics. The mathematics program follows the linear sequential and discipline-based approach. First year is elementary algebra. It deals with a situation and problem. We have the problem solving and measurement, the real numbers, system, algebraic expression, first degree or equation and equalities in one variable. In the second year, we have intermediate algebra. It is deal with a system of linear equation and inequalities and quadratic equation, and it's like to apply the real situation. So it will going to apply the real situation. In the third year, we have the geometry. It deals with the practical application of life of the geometry of shape and size. Geometric relationship, we have the triangle, we have the properties of quadrilaterals, the similarity, we have the circles and plane or coordinate geometry. Number 4, we have the science. This program promotes the students' awareness of relevance of the science to life developments. It is critical and creative thinking, as it will skills in problem solving through cooperative learning and teaching of science in and outdoor environment. Lastly, we have the Makabayan. Makabayan, it is a learning area that serves as the practice of environment, the holistic learning of development, a health, personal, and national self-identity. It is designed to develop the personal, the social, work, and special skills to the learner, especially the interpersonal skills, empathy with other cultures. We have also the vocation efficiency, problem solving and decision making in daily life. We have the 4 components of subject. First, the Araling Panlipunan o tinatawag na AP. Second one, we have the Teknolohiya at Edukasyong Pantahanan at Pangkabuhayan o TEPP. Number 3 or ang pangatlo ay tinatawag na Musikang Sining, Edukasyong Pangkatawan at Pangkalusugan. Tinatawag na MSEP. At pang-apat, Edukasyon sa Pagpapahalaga, EP. Time allotment. The time allotment is for learning areas shall be followed as learning area number of minutes per week. We have the Filipino, 300, English, 300, Math, 300. We have also the science, it's 300. In Makabayan, we have 780. In AP, we have 240. And we have the TEPP, we have the 240. MSEP, we have 240. EP, we have also the 200. So the learning areas are not carried by any unit credits. Class program. The class program shall be planned accordingly. Responding adjustment may be made in regard to the time allocation to respond to specific teaching learning within the school and curriculum. Enrichment and realization, contextualization. The schools are encouraged to contextualize, localize the curriculum to respond their specific teaching needs. If the average of the grade of the students in Makabayan is passing, the students shall be considered passed in the learning area, regardless of whether the students has a failing grade in any component of subject. Promotion and retention. Promotion shall be learning areas as students who fails in 1 to 2 learning areas is promoted to next year level, but repeat the learning areas in which he or she failed. As students who failed in 1 to 2 learning areas is promoted to next year, but shall be repeated the learning areas which he or she failed. A student who failed with the two areas promoted by the next year level is when she is going to be repeat. Discussion is all about the basic curriculum in the Philippines. And that would be all. Thank you for watching.